In today's Belonging in Utah, we are taking a closer look at one of two remaining buildings in Salt Lake City's Japantown, the Japanese Church of Christ. Near the northeast corner of 100 South and 300 West, worshipers are trying to maintain it and the community's identity in the ever-changing entertainment district. After more than 100 years, the Japanese Church of Christ is still standing in downtown Salt Lake City.
I think as we are in the heart of the entertainment district, and we got sports and cultural history here, convention centers, this community has continued to exist. The question now is, how do we continue to exist moving forward? And that's really, I think, the biggest question I have.
And that's something Reverend Andrew Fleishman and his congregation are currently working to figure out. I threw in another question that likely you may have had as well. You're not of Japanese descent, and yet you are heading up a historic Japanese church. How did that happen?
God is good and very kind to inadequate vessels, but I think more than anything, I would change that question a little bit. I learned more about what it means to be a Utahn from this community than any other community within Utah.
The Japanese community.
The Japanese American community here has been here longer than the overwhelming majority of the folks that I meet outside of this community. We're talking about people who came here in the late 1800s and stuck with it.
This church is one of the last buildings representing the long-ago bustling community of Japantown.
People who comprise the bulk of this congregation are people who've been here for generations.
I met one of the congregation members.
The church was actually founded in 1918, but even before that, the railroad workers that were here in Salt Lake City, they did worship informally, in a home.
This is Lorraine Murakami Krause, church board trustee.
This is the third location, this chapel that we're sitting in now, and it just celebrated its 101st anniversary.
Krause represents the third generation of her family with membership ties to this church and is well versed in its history of humble beginnings.
And so the church actually began with the few workers that worked around and lived in town.
We will hear more from Lorraine in a future story, and I'll share more about how one man helped to build the Japanese community, which led to the founding of the church.